Hello everyone and happy Thursday. I hope you've all had a really great week. I have been super busy, of course, as usual. Um, if you're just joining me, my name is Dana Mosley. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Phoenix, Arizona. So welcome. If you see the little live sign up at the top, then you're watching me live. If you don't see that little live sign, then you are watching replay on either my Facebook page or my YouTube page. So welcome everyone. Say hi, leave a little heart or a thumbs up, let me know you're there. I always love to know who's watching. So anyway, so a couple small little announcements. We're kind of towards the end of the month, not quite the end of the month. So we're kind of winding up the month. So we started a new catalog a little over 2 weeks ago. So here's the catalog. In case you have not got a catalog yet, let me know and I can get one out to you. We are going to have 3 catalogs now. So it's kind of nice because this catalog will have everything in it. So you don't have to refer back to another catalog looking for, your ink and your paper. And then in another catalog is like current stamps. So it's all right here in this catalog. So it'll be good for 4 months, and then we will get another catalog in September, and then we'll get another one in January. So we'll have 3 catalogs a year. Hi Lily, glad you could join. So new catalog started a little over 2 weeks ago. We also had a few of online exclusives come out as well. So if you go to the online store, go to the tab that says online exclusives, you're going to find a whole bunch of stuff there that is not in the catalog. So be sure to check that out because you're going to miss out on some really good stuff if you don't do that. We also had 2 new kits come out. We had the Pretty Party Kit. I think I showed you those cards last week. It's kind of like sparkly balloons, birthday kind of celebration stuff. And then we had the Serene Scenes Kit, kind of like little scenes, more kind of masculine type cards. So those 2 new kits came out this month. So every month we have at least two kits coming out. And then we also have the product of the month, which is the Berry Botanical Vellum. You can get that paper for $5 when you place a $75 order. It's beautiful, beautiful vellum paper. I opened mine, but I haven't used it yet. So, hi Mom. Anyway, so be sure to get that product of the month because once it's gone, it's gone. You won't be able to get it. And it's really, really pretty paper. You're not going to want to miss it. We also had a craft class come out that you can purchase. So you purchase the ability to go watch the craft class, which actually was earlier today. You can still purchase it, and then you're invited to a Facebook group, and then you can watch the video. I did not purchase it this time, but I've heard that they are really good classes. They have lots of techniques, great cards that they make during these classes, and they give you a list of all the supplies that you need for the class. And then you can work at your own pace, especially if you go back and you watch it again and again and again. Hey Carol, glad you could join us tonight. So that's the craft class. They're actually very interesting, and they teach you a lot of really good stuff in those craft classes. And then also we have the starter kit special. So as always, it's $99. And this month, through the end of the month, you can get $125 of product, plus you will get the 5 new in-color stamp pads. If you don't want the stamp pads, you can pick an additional $35 in product. So that's $160 of product for only $99, and that's free shipping. So I wanted to throw in a little surprise for you too. So as a demonstrator, we get to see things before everybody else does. So right now, as a demonstrator, we can order the July online exclusives. So July online exclusives are really fun because they are, there's some all occasion type stuff, some flowers, and some other fun summery stuff, but there's also fall and Halloween and Christmas in there. Not a lot, you know, just enough to give you a little taste. If you are a Halloween person, you're going to want to purchase this stuff in July, because I don't think they're going to have it in the September catalog, because it just doesn't give you enough time to prepare for Halloween. Excuse me. So they put it in the online exclusives. And then you're probably wondering, why are they doing Christmas in July? Well, because we do Christmas in July. A lot of people like to make their cards early. I actually have a class that is Christmas in July. That is July 18th. So that's the reason for kind of a little bit of everything coming out. And I wanted to show you a couple things. I did place an order, a very small order. There's a lot of things on my list, but I'm trying to hold off because I want to see what's going to come in the September catalog too. So, but there's some really cute stuff. So I know a while back we had our paper snips. They were discontinued because the manufacturer stopped making them. So now we have new scissors. They're calling them detail scissors instead of paper snips, and they look almost exactly the same. So these will be coming out in July. I did place them side by side next to my current scissors from the paper snips that we had, and they look exactly the same. The handle slightly a little bit different texture, but it's the same. And somebody said that they were even actually a little cheaper than what we were selling the paper snips for, but these will be coming out in July. Let me show you what else we got. So there's some Christmas stuff coming. I didn't get a lot of it. I think there's like 3 different bundles and a suite or something. I got a stamp set, but I did get the ribbon. So there's this really pretty stitched real red ribbon. It's very, very nice ribbon. So that's coming out. We have some embossing folders. These are mini embossing folders. These are they're called seasonal cheer. I'm not going to open the package. It's just too much. But there's like little candy canes, little poinsettias. And then I think that's poinsettias. No, it's not poinsettias. It's like fall leaves. And then there's like little bats. So it's like all 3 holidays in one package. Here's the poinsettias. And there is a die set to go with it. I liked the words. I know it's all backwards, but then there's the dies to go with it. So that's, I think, like I said, I think there was like 3 different Christmas things that came out, that are coming out for online exclusives. There'll be more in the September catalog, so don't worry, you're not gonna miss out. I did get this. This is like a background stamp. It's giant, this flower. I just thought it was kind of interesting and unique, so I thought I'd get that. This is one of those really big embossing folders. It's called Swirls of Magic, and it's got the stars and the swirls, so it's kind of Christmassy. But I looked at it today and I'm thinking, oh, this would be great for 4th of July, so I might use that. We did have something for fall. There's this one called Simply Leaves, and then there's a punch. So yay on the punch. I love punches. It just makes life so much easier with the punch. And then they brought back some of the gable boxes, so that'll be fun to play with. And then I did get the summer stamp set that is out. So we have 2 other sets that have like the matching giant washi tape. So this one is a summer one with washi tape. So there is this fun stamp set. Aren't they cute? Little things there, the glasses and flip-flops and the little pineapples and stuff. And there's like matching dies. And then look, we have washi tape. So the washi tape, you can use the dies to punch out the the little stickers on the washi tape. So, very cool. So, that's all I got for now. I did get some paper, but I'm not going to show you that yet. The paper that I got matches a different Christmas set, and it's just too many little pieces, so I just bought the paper. That was it. So we'll see that another time. Anyway, so if you join Stampin' Up, purchase the starter kit through the end of this month, you can get extra product, and you can also get stuff that's coming out in July. So you get to pre-order your stuff for July online exclusives. So that is the perk of signing up as a Stampin' Up demonstrator. So, all right, so enough jibber jabber. So I'm going to show you a couple things in the catalog that we're going to work with tonight. We're going to do the Playful Packaging. So I'm going to point you down and we will get started. Hold on. All right. Yeah, there we go. I didn't quite have that set up right. All right, I think we're good. All right, let me get you on my computer so I can see. So I'm going to show you a couple things in the catalog that we are working with tonight. So there we go. All right. So in the catalog here, so under the bundle section, down at the bottom, we have this set here called Playful Packaging. And it's a bundle, so you get the stamp and the dies. You get like a little discount if you purchase it together. And the only like example they have on the page is a card. So I'm looking at the dies and I'm like, I don't get it, whatever. So I just passed it by, not really paying much attention. And then I get to where they just show the stamps on page 48, and they have the Playful Packaging stamp. Now I get a little bit better idea. There's this little topper for little bag treats. I still really didn't, like, it didn't click in my head until somebody told me, hey, you could use this when you do little markets and stuff. So I was like, that'd be great. So I got it. And I'm glad I did, because I've used the little star die that's in it a million times already. I also wanted to show you this because I'm going to work with this paper too. So on page 66, there is this thing here with this painted patterns designer series paper. So you see here, this looks like probably the Brights. And then there's like a listing. It might be a little confusing, you know, just looking at it, but we have designer series paper that matches each of our color families. So we have the subtles, which are going to be all these patterns in all the subtle colors, and then the brights, the regals, and the neutrals, and then we have the in colors. So you're going to get all of these patterns in the colors of the color family. So we're going to work with that tonight. So let me show you here. So this is the Playful Packaging bundle. We have the stamp set and the dies. And then let me show you this designer series paper really quick. So I'm using the Regals, and you'll see I kind of broke into it a little bit already. I used some of the red, but you get like little polka dots and then big polka dots on the other side, and then one side is stripes and then bigger stripes. So, and it's for each of the colors in that color family. So it's really actually kind of fun paper. I'm going to use the blue out of this one. I believe this blueberry bushel. So I'm just going to set that aside. All right, so now these dies, I've already kind of punched out some stuff here from the dies. So I used this big piece here, these two bigger pieces right here, and then this little piece here. This is like the little handle, and I got these out of it. And I wanted to show you, so this is a 1/4 sheet of paper, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And let me show you, these will just barely fit, but you can get a set on a 1/4 sheet if you lay it like this. It just fits, and then you can slide this little handle piece on the side here and run it through, and then you have your pieces. So hope that makes sense for you. So that's a 1/4 sheet, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That's what you're going to get. And then you get, in this die set, you get these fun little tag pieces. There's some little flowers, heart, and a star. So like I said, I've used this star quite a bit already for a card I did with my senior ladies. And then we're also going to use it for our June class. So, all right. So on these two little pieces, you'll see this one piece is a little bit bigger. There is a little score line that it makes, so you can bend that back. Okay, so I'm just not going to bend it all the way yet. We're going to do some stamping first. Okay. So I had my senior class the other day, and the ladies were like, oh, for next class in June, let's do something patriotic. So I'm on this patriotic kick right now. So I'm going to use these little stars, and they're like 3 little stars lined up here. I'm just going to put that on my block, and you'll see that there's stars, there's some little flowers, and then some little design and some hearts. They match perfectly with the little notches on these pieces here. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to stamp those pieces. Hopefully I'm still in this shot here. So you actually have like kind of like one left over here. So we're just going to get those stamped. And there we go. Okay. So that is that part. Before I put that away, I did cut out a couple extra pieces here. So I have my little stars that I cut out in red, white, and blue, and then one of the little label pieces. And I am going to use the label "A Gift for You." Get my block here and ink that up. And just stamp it right in the middle. Just like that. There we go. Close that up. Alright. Now I want to kind of decorate this piece before, well, let's put it together first and then we'll decorate it. So we need to put this little handle in. And so I'm going to turn this piece over. This is the smaller one. I'm going to turn this over. And I am going to put a little bit of glue. Maybe my glue is running out. So let's get out another one here. I've been using my glue up today. I'm just going to put a little bit of this glue on the very bottoms here. I've been dropping stuff all day. So we're just going to glue that on there. Okay. And let that sit for a second. And then this piece here has that part that folds over. So we want to make sure to get our bone folder, and we want to make that crease really good. Okay, and then we are just going to put a little bit of glue there. And then we are just going to line up the tops together. There we go. Okay, so then this is our little topper for our bag. Okay, so I'm just going to let this kind of dry a little. Got a little glue on there. Use my little eraser here. There we go. All right, so this piece is 4 inches across. So I'm going to use my little, my paper here, and I'm going to cut a piece 4 inches. And then I can't remember how big this is. So we want a little space. So I think we're gonna do like 1 1/4. So I'm just cutting off to the side here. You probably can't see me cutting. I don't know, maybe you can. But I'm just cutting some pieces that are 4 by 1 1/4. I'm gonna cut 2 because I want the back done. So let's put a little glue on here. We're going to put that on. So we have our little, just a little tiny bit of a border at the top, and then we have our stars at the bottom. Okay, and then flip it over and do the same. Okay. There you go. All right. Okay, so now we're gonna add our little decoration here. What am I looking for? Let's see. I need some dimensionals. So I'm gonna use my little ones. My little dimensionals. Turn my little label over. Take your pick tool is great for these little dimensionals. Okay, and then I'm just going to put this, I want to put it kind of to the side. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on all my little stars here. Okay, take the backings off. All right, and then we'll just kind of place our little stars on here, just kind of random. Okay, all right, so now we're gonna put this on a little bag. Unfortunately, I forgot to order the ones that we sell in the catalog. We do have some little cello bags. So I'm using, these are some little mini, they're kind of like envelope bags. They're like they're great for like 4 by 4, just slightly under 4 by 4 cards. But they have like the little sticky piece at the top. So what I'm going to do is I cut a little piece of cardstock, and I'm going to put that in there as like my little backer. And then I have these fun strawberry candies. These are some of my favorite hard candies. I'm a chocolate girl, but these little strawberry candies, I just love these. I remember when I was a kid, they would come in the Hickory Farms baskets. And I thought these candies were the best. So You could just throw them in there or kind of layer them in here like I am. However you want to do it. And then I'm just going to peel off the backing to my little envelope here. And fold it closed. And I left a little bit of room at the top. So then we're going to put glue on this one. And I'm actually going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus. And I like to put like a couple lines. Of course it runs out right in the middle. We'll just use our regular Stampin' Seal. Couple lines on each side of Stampin' Seal. Okay. And this is the back. And then we're just going to line up our candies on the inside and then close it up. And then we have our cute little top to our bag. And of course we have to put a few little rhinestones on it. So these go together really quickly, very easily. Just punch everything out, cut everything out, and they just make the little bag look so cute. So very easy to do. I did one in red as well. So that paper comes in really handy when you just need a little extra pop of like a little design. But super great to work with. I love having that paper, especially in the 12 by 12 size. It's great. So that's what that tag topper does. You could also create cards with it. If you saw in the catalog, you know, there were some samples of cards, and there's this fun little pattern here, some cute little words that make like great little, those little 3 by 3 cards that you can give away. And there is a little to in the from on there, so you can make some little tags to go with it. But just so easy to dress up a little bag to give a gift to somebody. Or if you're like me and you do like little markets and stuff, these are great little things, little treats for people. So, all right, everyone. I hope you have a really great week. Stay cool out there. It's starting to get a little hot again. Have a great 3-day weekend. Stay safe out there. And I will see you back here next Thursday night. Good night, everyone.